Blog Talk Radio.
Welcome to Two Psychics. This is Michael Edley, Evidential Medium and Mystic, discussing all things spiritual.
Hello, I'm Mary Amy of Two Psychics, an intuitive wisdom coach, tapping into your mystical life and sharing messages I receive about you.
What is up, everyone? Michael Edley, Psychic Medium, here with you. Such a pleasure to be here with you. We weren't here last week, so we're on a little bit of a hiatus. We have a lot of cool news and upcoming things that we're going to be sharing with you tonight. But I just want to take a moment to acknowledge my wonderful, fantastic co-host, Mary Amy. What's going on, Mary Amy?
Hi, how are you? It's so good to be back.
Good.
I think it was a little bit longer than a week.
Was
I
it,
think
was
it was
2 weeks? 2 weeks.
Yes,
yeah.
Yes. We had an issue with the technology again, and we're going to get into a little bit of that later on. We're going to explain what the plan is. But, so I was also sick, and it went on and on and on. But tonight, it's pretty exciting, Michael. It's episode 36 of Two Psychics, and it's all about angels, and we have guest Jillie Clark, who's a psychic and an angelic channeler.
Very cool. I'm excited, and I wonder, did we ask Jillie, or Jillie, if you're listening, are you open to doing some readings with some of our callers later? I guess we'll just put that out there now, or you could text her in the background.
Yes, I'm going to send her a message. According to Jillie, she is in the studio. I'm just trying to find which number she's coming from right now. But yes, we would love you, Jillie, if you are out there listening, we would love you to take a caller or two. And I know that you are an activator, and I was activated by you. I know you're also a starseed, light worker, and all around beautiful person inside and out.
You captured that, and I guess I can't add anything else because I don't truly know Jillie. We've connected on social media, but I've been looking at some of her stuff, and I love her working with the angelic presence, the angelic realm, the angels. And I think going into this holiday season, we're coming out of the Thanksgiving holiday here in the United States, going into the Christmas season. We're in that season of Advent. There's a season of, I would say, of a spiritual awakening in a traditional and non-traditional form. And I think all societies, all cultures in this time period have kind of opened and accessed the angelic realm, and it's something that's been around. I would have to believe in all cultures and all civilizations that are documented throughout human history. There's some type of talk or drawings or interpretation of angels and an angelic presence. And I think that's going to be one of the topics we cover pretty extensively tonight. And Jillie, she channels angelic messages. And what else does Jillie do? She does a couple different things, right? It's
Jillie Clark. Well, I can get into it. She is an angelic channeler, and she is a true channel of divine wisdom and truth. She did text me, and she's going to call back in because I don't see her in the studio. And Jillie mentioned that she would love to do some readings. But she channels Archangel Michael and many angelic beings for spiritual guidance on your path, which is the perfect time right now for us to have her on Two Psychics, because so much is happening out in the world. And I don't know if you heard about today and the last few days, there's been all of these otherworldly sightings of UAPs and UFOs and drones, and in England and New Jersey. Did you hear about that this week?
I heard a few, and I saw some pretty wild pictures of different things people had captured that were kind of unexplainable, like these bursts of energy and these things that other photographers and people that study film had ruled out any type of error or different type of weird exposure, light refraction. So it's pretty interesting seeing some of these anomalies that are being documented and people can't explain what they are. So yeah, it's fascinating, definitely.
And there is definitely been some kind of, I guess, misguided information, or based on what I believe about how these and angels and extraterrestrials are the same thing, and I don't believe that. I don't believe that they're the same thing. I think angels are a separate entity on their own, and they're pure energy and universal good. And
yeah,
they are.
Now, could we have a variable of aliens trying to present themselves as an angelic presence, or some type of demonic fallen angel trying to present itself as an alien? I mean, there are theories we can get into and go down those rabbit holes.
Maybe they're shape-shifting into so that we visually see something else. That's a possibility.
But I agree with you. I do feel like so. The presence. So obviously. Aliens aren't, it's not my forte, evidential mediumship is, but I can tell you there's been experiences where I've been meditating, I've been focusing on the star systems, and I've had information almost in a telepathic sense be imprinted on me or downloaded, where an angelic presence, it's a different spiritual, energetic frequency. So so absolutely, I would have to say from my experience, you're 100% correct. That we're dealing with two different energy sources, two different entities, and I do believe we're dealing with different realms of existence. Even if aliens can be interdimensional in some way, shape, or form, I do believe it's not in the same higher vibrating frequency realms that the angelic presence is vibrating and actually thriving and utilizing their awareness to come focus in and try to guide us. So I do believe it's two different realms.
I do believe that in our lifetime we will have a glimpse of these other dimensions, and it won't be as if we have to try as so hard. It's just going to present itself. And you know what? If they choose to, then they can show themselves to you. Angels, I've had visions in my third eye. I've heard things. I haven't with my eyes open seen them in front of me, but I've sensed them in my third eye. And I believe that there are historical stories, aren't there, about angels presenting themselves in visions.
Oh, there is.
I know
it
was Joan of Arc, right?
Mm-hmm.
Joan of Arc, and then the Mother Mary. And angels came, so if they want to be seen, they will be. Now, in regard to what I was talking about with the extraterrestrials, I think exactly what you just said. They exist in a different realm or dimension, just like we do from them. And it's based on frequency. We can't see everything around us because we are not operating on that frequency.
And that's what it is. The angelic realm is such a higher vibration, and it's outside of this galaxy and this solar system. Where if we're talking aliens, other alien cultures, I do believe most of that, even if they can transfer what feels like an interdimensional, like wormhole or something like that, I still do believe it's within this galaxy, within this solar system, or other solar systems. So we're talking so many just light years and light years of space and time that I do believe they're operating on two different realms, two different levels, but it can appear the same because obviously there are two different rabbit holes we could go down, and that's what it's about. But yeah, absolutely. And the angelic realm, you're absolutely correct as far as throughout history, interactions with angelic presence has been documented through so many different cultures. I think every single culture that has ever roamed this planet has documented some type of interaction with an angel or the angelic realm.
Yes. And I believe that we are going to, again, I'm going to say, have a glimpse of some supernatural experience. And it's not about it being in the future or being in the past. It's about being right here, like you said, in time and space. That's where everything exists. That's where all the energy lies. And we can manifest on our own by maybe speaking about it or investigating something, and as we say, go down a rabbit hole. And when I speak of Jillie, she is really an activator. And what does that mean? Well, I'm going to read a brief bio about her. She is a psychic angelic channeler, and she offers ascension guidance, cord cutting, light language activations, multidimensional healing, energy clearing, balancing, and chakra clearing, activating you to your highest potential, assisting you to be have a more centered, heart-centered life with new perspectives, assisting you to connect your higher self, higher aspects for a deeper understanding with more ease, grace, and flow. She loves guiding clients to their spiritual journey and assisting them to shine beautifully and brightly. Now, I have in the past interviewed her, like I had in the past interviewed you for different streaming shows that I did. And Jillie did some light language. Now, I don't know if tonight will be privileged enough to have her do that, but it would be pretty exciting. She is an interpreter. So she will interpret nonverbal communication from another being, and she does communicate with angels and whatever, I guess, higher consciousness they're coming from. Before we get on to the angels, let's just mention to everyone what's been going on with each of us, because we have not been here for 2 weeks. So would you share with everyone what you've been up to since we last had a show?
Yes, I am very excited. So I actually just received the physical content of my album, Divine Journey of a Mystic Soul. It will be available on all streaming platforms within the next couple weeks. They're still working out all the, uploading all the information, getting everything distributed to it's being distributed worldwide. So anyone that wants to check it out, Divine Journey of a Mystic Soul by Michael Edley. That's my meditation album. It has a lot of binaural beats, hemi-sync tones. It's healing frequencies. It's great for practitioners, other medium psychics, healers, Reiki practitioners, anybody that wants to try to meditate but has a hard time losing focus. So it's just a all-around good album for sound healing. It's about an hour of instrumental tones, music, and it's just really cool. So it'll be available on all streaming platforms within the next couple weeks. I received my shipment of actual CDs. If anybody, so now I'm really dating myself, but I think they're making a comeback, and I'm sure you know what I'm talking about, Mary Amy. Actual physical CDs. So I have a box of those. So anyone, you can put them in your computer. Some people that still have a CD player in their car can play it, but anyone that's at any of my events, it will be available. It's going to be available at my website. You can order it. I can actually ship you a physical copy, or you can just download and stream it. But yeah, that's going on. You can get up to date of anything I'm doing at my Eye of the Spirits with Michael Edley Facebook page or eyeofthespirits.com website. And, I'm doing a lot of private readings, group readings, galleries. I'm starting up a lot of psychic development, energy workshops. So that stuff's coming up. We have some stuff coming up, down in South Jersey. Starting up in January, I'll be doing a workshop on working with the body's energetic systems, activating them, balancing them, and understanding the basis and fundamentals of your psychic abilities. So that's really cool. So that's going on. I am working out. This is very exciting news. So Mary Amy and I will be streaming our stuff live video, and we're also going to be streaming on all different platforms with our Two Psychics radio show, but it's going to be on a different platform. We're still working out the details of that, so I'm very excited. And over the before the end of the year, we'll be sharing those details, but you can always go to eyeofthespirits.com, Eye of the Spirits with Michael Edley on Facebook, Two Psychics radio show on Facebook, and we'll have any of the details of the new platform we'll be streaming on, and we'll be doing videos, so then you can not only hear us, but you'll be able to see us, and I'm very excited about that.
I can't wait to get a CD. I don't know where I'm going to play it, but do we even play a CD in a car anymore? No.
Yeah, you know what? So that's the cool thing is one of my cars, I still have an older vehicle from mid 2000s, and it has a CD player in it, and I haven't had a chance to put the CD in, but I'm gonna, next time in the car, probably tomorrow, I'm gonna drop that CD in and listen to it. I'm really excited. It was what I say, divinely channeled and inspired. You know, I went into trance, wrote most of this album in trance. It was something, you know, that was a long, drawn out, it just inspired work that was a process of my journey. You know, it was kind of my journey of finding my own intuitive abilities, growing through them, you know, into psychic abilities, and finding, you know, my soul's guidance, bringing me to do what I do today. And it was kind of the musical journey I tried capturing of the divine journey of a mystic soul. And that's what it was. You know, it was my soul's journey through music. And I think anyone that listens to it, if you're feeling disconnected or ungrounded, or you just want to kind of open and tune into that divine presence within, this music will make that happen. It absolutely will. And, you know, I'm so excited to share it with everyone.
Brilliant. Very brilliant of you. And you should be proud of yourself, because that's a huge accomplishment to put all of that together and your heart and soul. And I'm sure it's going to be, I would say, spiritual. It sounds like a spiritual experience to listen to it. So the last time that I was on, I was really, really fighting some kind of virus, and I had all these strange symptoms, and I didn't feel well, and I had issue with my tooth, and it just went on and on and on. But what I surmised is I had this emotional lapse. I had a personal issue that happened, and I thought that it was not touching me. And as it turns out, it did. And I got very, very sick, and I couldn't escape it. And I lost my voice multiple times, and it was I guess, tragic for me. And I came out of it and realized that, and then something out here in the physical reality happened, and I started having some unusual dreams at night, more unusual than I normally do. And I then had some breakthroughs as a person. So I did some growth, and I'm really excited. And I'm going to share with you that I have been working on a book, and it's my 4th book. But this actually, I feel like I have more pride in relation to it. And it's I don't know the title, but right now it's going to be known as the Angel and Extraterrestrial Contactee book, and it has excerpts from experiences I had. It talks about my spiritual growth, and then I'm also illustrating it. So I'm super excited, and I'm contacting a publisher. I don't know if I'll be self-publishing or get a publisher. In regard to this show, what it looks like is this actual platform, Blog Talk Radio, is no longer going to be around come January. And I know they've had a lot of system issues. I don't know if that's why. But we are going to take all of these episodes, and they're going to be on other platforms. Right now, you can hear them on Apple and Spotify, but we're going to have a channel that's actually going to, or a platform that's going to actually have the RSS feed is what it's called. And there is another company that's related to this one, a sister company. But before we end this blog talk, we'll have one more, I guess, informational show and tell everyone that's listening. And also, Michael and I decided that we're going to do video, and we're figuring that out because we would like it to be video and radio, and we always had said that. So we're working on that. But everyone, I really appreciate you listening to us, and I hope you continue to listen to us. You can find us on our Facebook page, Two Psychics Radio Show, and you can find Michael Edley on Eye of the Spirit. Is it Eye of the Spirit or Spirits?
Spirits,
Michael.
Plural, yeah. Eye of the Spirits.
Okay, eyeofthespirits.com.
Yes.
You can see all information related to us on the Blog Talk Radio Two Psychics page. You can find me on MaryAmyOfficial.com, and we have merchandise for Two Psychics on Spreadshop. So angels. Let's get into angels and bring on Jillie soon, because I can't wait to hear her beautiful angelic voice. So, Michael, would you like to share angels, or can I start quick? And then
start it up. Start it up. You can give the overview.
All right. Well, it's a favorite topic of mine because I had a near-death experience, and I believe that when I was crossing over, I was greeted by angels because they will take you to the next dimension, realm, heaven. And I saw light, and I've always, since I was had this experience as a child, a baby, I was 2.5, I've believed in angels and known they exist because I did see them. Technically, angels are all around us. They say we have each 2 guardian angels that are with us from birth, and you can ask them for help, and they are beside you. So here's a little poem. Angels around us, angels beside us, angels within us. Angels are watching over you when times are good or stressed. Their wings wrap gently around you, whispering you are loved and blessed. Archangel Michael appeared in the 4th century when he was first seen as a healing angel. Now, over time, as a protector and the leader of the army of God against forces of evil, archangels are powerful and benevolent warriors and servants of God to fulfill divine justice. They carry out missions for the good of humanity, not subject to corruptibility in the material world. Evil is evident within fallen angels who were expelled from heaven. Angels are a sign of inner awakening, and they travel from the realms of heaven to earth. They're immortal beings of light, and they're present in human visions throughout history, like I mentioned, Joan of Arc. There's conversations between humans and angels known as divine intervention, where they relay messages of a mission on life direction. Angels have no physical limitations or restricted by time and space. They're immortal celestial beings of light made of pure spirit and divine light. Angels are warriors, messengers, and healers. And the quote says, I looked and heard the voice of many angels numbering the thousands and tens of thousands times tens of thousands. There is believed to be a legion of angels, in fact, tens of thousands or even more, 100 million, occupying the realm between heaven and earth. And that's what I know.
Yeah, I'm fascinated by angels. And like you, I also had a near-death experience when I was very young and felt my guardian angel just engulf me in that beautiful golden white light. And now working with spirit and working with the angelic realm and our guides and the saints and, all the levels of different angelic presence, I definitely know that was my guardian angel versus just God kind of encompassing and surrounding me. But it's very interesting when you talk about angels and the word angel meaning messenger. And I do believe that's what most traditions look at, is that intercessor between us and God, us and the divine. A lot of times people look at that angelic realm, whether it's the archangels, the seraphim, the cherubs, all the different angelic hierarchies, and they all have their own different jobs. But one thing that I found fascinating, and this is kind of it's shifted my perspective of how I understand angels and how I see them interconnected in mediumship. And it's weird looking at this from a spiritual and a religious kind of hybrid angle. Through spirituality, we've always had the ability to connect with the divine realm, whether we're connecting to ascended masters or the saints, the angels, and our guardian angels. I truly believe from my own experience and what I've experienced through other people that our guardian angel is absolutely with us from birth and stays with us. But I don't believe the guardian angel is the only aspect of angelic presence around us. I do believe there's archangels we can call in and many different angels throughout the angelic hierarchies and for different purposes and through different aspects of our life and what we're trying to navigate. But what I truly believe, if we want to look at like the mediumship aspect and how are our loved ones doing on the other side? What are they doing? What's going on? I have this question that's asked me all the time. And looking at it from like a Christian perspective, I think the easiest way to understand what our loved ones are doing, they're obviously, if they want an eternal rest and to grow and learn through karmic experiences and have other spiritual growth and ascend on the other divine realm level, I do believe that's an option for many. Others can come back in a karmic experience, reincarnate, but I also believe our loved ones can come back in a guardian angel type role. It's almost like a job. And it's interesting when you start looking at ancient philosophers. If you look at Plato And then you look at more modern day philosophers like Carl Jung, and they actually started discussing the angelic realm, not as like this one specific being, but many different beings that can fill that angelic role. It's like a job, you know, and it's interesting that it's not one specific, or even through the different hierarchies, it's many different, I would say, you know, many different races of beings, whether it was humans that have ascended and now come back to look over their family members, their friends, their loved ones, and try to instill guidance and well-being and all that. I do believe that's one way they can come back. It's in like an angelic job type role. And I think that's one thing that traditional religion had overlooked, or it was talked about extensively, and maybe those books were hidden. But I think one thing that through all my studies of spirituality and religion, kind of this hybrid experience that I've had through all of it, I could tell you, I think that's one point where it's been overlooked how our loved ones can come back in that angelic role also. So it's just another aspect, and it's another thing to keep in mind that it's almost like a job role that when they go on to the other side, they can learn and grow and study and come back and help guide, you know, try to guide not only their loved ones, but I would say their world in a better, more divine way. So it's pretty interesting. So I think there's, you know, many aspects, but I think people just traditionally want to look at it as another type of intermediary between God and humanity, you know, and it's interesting because all society and all civilizations had some type of depiction of angels, you know, so there's definitely something to it, and it's not a figment of our imagination. I can tell you that firsthand from my own personal experience. Angels absolutely exist, and there is a whole divine realm that is, you know, their home, and you know, and it will be, you know, part of our home when this spiritual body transitions out of the physical. But we can come back as a guardian angel, and we can oversee the well-being of, you know, of this realm, this humanly realm.
Way back when I was doing interviews and shows, I did some research on angels, and I remember reading that, believe it or not, 70% of people believe in angels. And there are symbols of angels. You know, people say, oh, it's a feather, or I found a coin. And there's also the different numbers, you know, the angel numbers, 222, 999, 77. 1111, and the ranks that you mentioned are basically the closeness to God. So the closest to God is seraphim, then cherubim, thrones, dominions, virtues, powers, principalities, archangels, and guardian angels. And it's said that the strongest angel is Archangel Michael, and angels are, like you just mentioned, here for us, and they're here to be messengers and kind of tell us and alert us and whisper in our ear to save us from some dangerous situation, or, you know, intervene, divine intervention if it's needed, because it's not time yet. And because you and I both had these near-death experiences, I can say that most likely it wasn't our time, and we did not want to go, and the angels probably assisted us and told us, you know, whatever it was to save us, or maybe gave us another breath. I don't know, but I don't think that the world would be the world if we didn't have angels, because everything would be corrupt and there would be too much evil. So the angels, I believe now, are really have taken over, and so the evil is leaving the planet. Bye-bye.
There's definitely a shift, and more people are open and wanting to learn and understand more about the spiritual realms or the energetic realms around us. You know, we're definitely seeing a shift. We're definitely seeing some kind of change, and, you know, look at the fallout through our society, and, you know, there's been so much war and destruction, famine, you know, and there's just, it's been like this really dark path that you see humanity on. And you have to think that there's a spiritual war going on between the angelic and the demonic realms that are around us. And I would have to say, I absolutely believe that. And I do believe we are divine beings of light, and we are being called to step up and try to shift and change this world, and try to bring, be the beacon of light in the darkness. And I think in every situation, we can do something. We could do something to be that beacon of light in the darkness, and connecting to the angelic realm and allowing them to work through us, I think could be a magnificently powerful, positive, shifting energy that can absolutely just shift and bring that beacon of light through us, around us, and that's where it starts. And it's being open to it, tuning into it, and allowing that angelic presence to flow through us. We're the conduit, and we have to be open and tune in, and we have to be present. And yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for tonight. I'm excited for readings. I just think the energy and the shift is going to be kind of an awakening for a lot of people that are listening in and hearing this, and I'm very excited for it.
Me too. Because I've experienced it before with Jillie, and I know what I'm in for. I'm super excited. And so Jillie is holding, she's in the green room right now. We're going to bring her out. She said yes, light language, and yes to readings. So an angelic channeler is a person who conveys thoughts of energy from a source believed to be outside the person's body or conscious mind. Like I mentioned early on, an interpreter. And they allow themselves to sense the nonverbal communication from another being. Communication with angels comes within a higher consciousness. So Jillie, you can look up her website, while you're listening tonight, or, if you listen to this later broadcast. She's a psychic angelic channeler, a true channel of divine wisdom and truth. Her website is JillieAngelicChanneler.com. You can find her on Instagram and Facebook, Jillie Clark. Okay, are we ready? Here we go. Bring her out. Jillie.
Hi.
What is up, Jillie? How are you?
Hi. I'm well. How are you guys? Thank you for having me.
Oh, sure. Now I hear the southern accent coming out that Marianne was talking about. I love it.
Thank you. Yes. It's sometimes more British, sometimes more Scandinavian, sometimes it just depends on the energy or how it comes out. So
it is. It's a Southern English accent. I like it.
My accent changed about 4 years ago when I had an activation. So this isn't my true voice. It's my true voice, but it's not the voice I was born with. It changed.
I can hear a different voice than I heard the last time we spoke.
Yeah, my voice is going to be different tonight. It's going to change in probably every sentence.
Now you're hey,
you're activating yourself.
We know to expect the unexpected on Two Psychics. We're open to all of it, so that's the great thing. That's awesome. So now you're based in Virginia now. Now, have you always been in on the East Coast, or what's the background of you and where you're from?
Yeah, I was born here in Virginia. As I said, the source brought me in here. This is where I'm holding the light at the moment. I've traveled around the country, around this planet, but this is where I've lived, right on the East Coast at the moment. But I do see other places lining up, but that's divinely orchestrated. But this is where I am at the moment.
Nice. I know so many people who have gone down to Virginia that love it.
Mm-hmm.
So and it's interesting. It's one of those states that I've traveled through, but I've never stayed there. But like up here in what's the temperature down there now?
It is Jack Frost is here nipping at my nose. It is probably 20 degrees here.
Woo, all right, so you've got
really
that same cold front we have.
But I'll be honest with you, my body temperature is so hot. I guess it's the frequencies. It feels warm to me. I can't even explain it.
I understand it. I get it. When I'm doing a lot of energy work, I find that too. I'll be really warm. I think that happens when you're elevating your energy to such a high frequency, you just naturally get like a natural hot flash. I know I find that happens.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah, sometimes I get, when it's the platonic light though, sometimes I get really cold, 30 degrees even colder than the temperature. Wow. And but here lately it's been really hot. So I'm like, oh, it feels good. This feels great. It's cooling me down a little bit.
Nice.
Yeah.
So what I always find fascinating, Jillie, is kind of what started the path. What triggered the journey of connecting to the angels? Now, did you grow up in like a traditionally religious family? Were you open to this? Was it a hybrid of spirituality, or was it a divine kind of moment that shook you up? What's the whole background?
Okay, I did not grow up in a religious background. I mean, of course, my grandmother was religious, but I really wasn't. What happened was I grew up in a family to learn experiences, to go through certain experiences so I could awaken later, but I didn't know that at the time. So later on, when I was in my 20s, I was like, there's got to be more to life than this. And I would always say I'm from the stars. I'm from up there, but I didn't know what it meant. And then I started working with a hypnotherapist in 2006, 7-ish, and started shutting away the layers from me, clearing away things, and started my journey of awakening. And people would ask me for advice. They would constantly just ask me, and I didn't realize, that I was here to be a healer or to be a channeler, and I would help them. And eventually, so I kept going along that, and I met my mentor, Peter Hansen. I'd worked with him for a while. He really helped me to activate more of who I truly am with my with the angels and connecting with Archangel Michael, many angelic beings of light, and the Galactic Federation of Light, and then different beings have come to me. Ashtar came to me. He's the commander of the Galactic Forces of Light, and many beings have come to me from different civilizations, the highest frequencies. And the ships have come to me as well, and I've communicated directly with them. And so they've activated parts of me. Those aspects are me being activated. They've come in to help assist. And so I just kept activating more, and then my channeling came online. And I started doing light language. And it's just been a journey of unpacking what's already been within me. And so I recently had I don't know if you want to call it a near-death experience, but I lost my breath and my heart. I thought I was going to die. And I went to the hospital, and what happened was I had a complete clearing and a complete death and rebirth energetically, and I left that with a complete clearing of all that does not serve me from past experiences and even past life. And that's not just happening with me. It's happening collectively. That's why people are like waking up, or they're like, what's going on? I don't understand what's going on, because it's been cleared away, a lots of things that they've known. So now they're stepping into their soul's purpose, stepping into a new version of them that they've never seen before. It took me this was the beginning of November. It took me about a week or so to really integrate that. And I woke up from it, and I was like I said, it took me a little while to integrate. If someone asked me a question, just like you're asking me questions here, I don't really remember a lot of things growing up because I don't need to remember them now. It's been cleared. And so I could see things. I see things so differently. Like I feel like the Pleiadians came in, and when I was there at the hospital and even after, I'm like, oh, everything is great. And they're like, well, it looks like you're not being able to breathe, or it looks like you have anxiety. And I was like, no, I'm great. And what it was the human part, the human part of me, and the clearing that happened. And I woke up and I was just completely changed. completely. And I'm not saying everybody's going to go through exactly that, but that's just what I picked, to experience. But at that time when I was going through it, I didn't realize it. So I just wanted to share that, that literally just happened, like I said, beginning of November.
Oh, wow. Now, when you first started having contact with, an angelic presence or just something from the beyond, what was one of those most vivid kind of experiences that shook you up in the beginning that you were just like, wow, like what just happened? Can you bring us to one of those moments?
Yeah. When I was, like I said, when I was working with my mentor, when I had this being come in my third eye, right in front of my face, and was speaking, like telepathically speaking to me, and I'm like, who is this? And it was Commander Ashtar, and I was like, what is that? And then the archangels have come to me, and many beings, and I've seen the other realms, and I've seen the ships come in, and that's kind of like, whoa, there is much more going on here. And they work very closely, Spirit, with the angels, and they're helping us to ascend into the higher states of consciousness. And the thing is, we really just, all we're being asked to do is be aligned with our truth and be that open channel, that portal of communication, because it's happening for us. It's not happening to us. And so what really shook me up at first was like seeing like, oh, wait a minute, there's much more going on. It's like, oh, I'm not just Jillie. I'm not just that. There's much more going on. And like I've, showing people that we're not the only ones here. This is not the only planet. This is not the only timeline. This is not the only reality. We can always shift in any moment and choose something different. We don't have to struggle. We can see it in a new perspective, we can go in a new direction. We don't have to be who we used to be. We can change it. And that was the thing that I've been shown with, the information that's been coming in, and also the civilization of Asani, a civilization. What I've been hearing from them is they're very loving civilization. It's like you can choose your highest passion in each moment and act and respond on that. It's like we're always here trying to get somewhere when everything is now. There isn't a past or a future. It's all right now. So just being in that moment and allowing what's bringing joy in that moment, even if it's just reading a book or taking a walk or making a call or taking a nap. So it's like, and then whatever that is, and until that's exhausted, it's like then choose the next best thing. So it's like it doesn't have to be, it doesn't have to be hard. It's like we do with our programs and stories and beliefs. It's like we're like, oh, well, it's got to be this way or that way. It's like the meanings we give things, it's all neutral. The meanings we give it is just the perception. It's the belief that it has to be a certain way. We can always change our beliefs or change our meanings.
Yeah, and I love that about being in the now, and I think that's so important for anyone listening too. I think anyone that wants to work within the spiritual realm, work with that divine presence, whether we're dealing with angels, whether, we're a psychic, whether we're a Reiki master, a medium, I think that's one thing that will really, it really changes everything when we can become present, we can become aware, and there's such, what I always tell everyone, we have such a divine collective around us that's always trying to implement and help us, navigate in the best, highest possible way. When we can be present,
right.
We can see those signs, we can see the synchronicities. But I think as humans, we've just been so trained to be right brain and analytical, and we want to, oh, that was just a coincidence. Oh, did that really happen? We want to guess that, we basically want to poo-poo things away. Oh, that was coincidence. Did that really happen?
Right.
Oh, and that's the problem. I think the first step of being tuned in and trying to utilize this energetic realm and our connection to it is just surrendering and being open to there's something else, and
right.
being present is kind of that doorway into it,
just being present and being with each moment, because everything is benefiting. It's like it doesn't matter what exactly. It's like it's not good or bad. It's like everything is benefiting. Be present with everything and allowing everything. Say yes to everything. And if it's not serving, just say, hey, this isn't something I want to choose anymore, but being conscious about it and shifting your perception and shifting it into love.
Yeah, and that's exactly, I think you nailed it, is, we're being conscious about it. We're making conscious decisions of the that trajectory of our life, where we want it to go, what's that path we're on. And when we can be present, we can analyze it on a completely different energetic level, and it'll give us understanding and insight that there's no other way we would get that insight, and it's just a magical place when people can open and tune into it. And I think more people, we're definitely seeing an awakening. We're definitely seeing, I think, a rise of people kind of tuning in, to that spiritual realm and being curious, and then people that are that are starting to understand, hey, there's so much more than this physical body. This fleshy spacesuit is just one little tiny piece of the puzzle. When we can start looking at things, and it definitely shifts everything, and it's amazing. And I love your story, and it's just, and I think that's one thing everyone needs to understand. There's no like right or wrong way for this to unfold. Everyone's path is different, but I think the one thing that we all have in common is we're always learning, we're always growing, we're always kind of shifting and understanding, because just new stuff comes to us all the time. New understanding, new guidance, new wisdom. And now I'm curious if any of our listeners that are out there that want to kind of connect, how can I tap into this divine presence? How can I hear the angels? What would be some tools and techniques? Is there any specific insight or guidance you would like to share with our listeners of, hey, this really worked for me, this process or this technique or this tool, and it helped kind of shift things or open my awareness?
There is something I want to say first. People, this is a thing I want to highlight, because they see the love and light, they see, myself or other light workers happy and joyful, but they don't realize the experiences that have been through, or many have been through, and the work that we do, the deliberate creating. So, in the processes and choosing to be happy and choosing and doing the work, and knowing that there is, and having that positive outlook, and knowing that, having that belief that everything's unfolding. Because sometimes people, see that, and it's like, I want that. It's like, you can have that too. So the tools I would say is start believing that it's possible for you, getting up each day and choosing to be grateful for your breath, be grateful for your heartbeat, being grateful for the moment, because you are here in a physical body, and many others would like to be here at this time. This is an exciting time on this planet, whether it looks like it or not to some people. Some people do not see it that way, but it is a very exciting time. It's going perfectly as divine orchestration by God, by Spirit, and we are all here as gods and goddesses within. We're connected. We have that power to change and create a reality that would benefit in so many new, more beneficial ways than what we've seen before, and it's beyond what we've known. So the tools I would say is just get up each day and choose you first, because you're coming back to your soul. You're coming back to who you truly are as a soul, not as male and female. This is beyond that. So just get up every day and journal or meditate or take a walk. Meditation can be walking in nature. It could be, you could be doing the dishes and just being more conscious and being more in the moment, more present in the heart, and just whatever's bringing passion and enjoyment and excitement in that moment. And it doesn't matter what it is. It's just, instead of why is this happening, playing the victim, say, wait a minute, thank you, this is happening for me to expand. I must have expanded into a higher state because this is coming up for me to look at it. And it's an old program, an old belief, so it's like everything is coming up to the light to be shifted. So be thankful if something's going on. I know when you're in it, you can't quite see that, but just be more general of like, okay, how could I make it simple and make a simple choice of choosing me first? And that is not selfish. When I mean me, I mean you, the person. Like when you wake up each day, just choose something that feels a little bit better. Choose something that feels good. And,
I love that.
Take that me time. Take that time for yourself, because you have to charge your batteries up first before you can be of service. And being of service doesn't mean you have to have a healing business. It's just, being of service is just shining your light, going to the grocery store and being nice to someone, or just being nice to someone that just cut you off at the road, and just say, oh, they're having one of those, just send them love and light. Instead of, why did they do that? Just send it love and light. It's that simple. Just talking about everyday experiences. But it's like we can make these choices, conscious choices, at each moment. It does not have to be hard. It can be truly just simple.
Yeah, I love that. I love that advice. Just keep it simple. Don't overthink it. And that's, that's probably the most gracious thing we could do for ourselves and for our soul. Absolutely.
Right.
Jillie.
And allow it. Yeah.
I wanted to ask
hey.
you. Hi. Okay. So I'm excited to know that you had an experience with Ashtar, because I did also. I didn't realize that you've had that. And I have multiple times as well. And I wanted to ask you, did you receive a message from the Galactic Federation of Light that you're supposed to, share and transmit to everyone?
Oh, yes. Yeah, I have a contract with the Galactic Federation of Light, with Ashtar. And that's when I channel. It's very multidimensional. I do work with Archangel Michael and that's why I say many angelic beings of light, because it's all connected, and I've activated those within me. So I channel and I connect within and bring in who is of the highest frequencies, because there's so many beings. It's like, which one is coming in, which aspect of me is coming in, because we're all connected. So, Ashtar, he was the first one that came to me in the very beginning.
And what did he? I know it was telepathic. Did you receive something, or was it him more or less guiding you to stay on this path?
It is not time. Like I said recently, I had that experience, and I've had several experiences and activations, as we all have. Mm-hmm. It's not my time. I'm here to create something, create the new earth and higher purpose. We speak telepathically. We speak in light language. But I feel very, very fond of him. It goes way back. But yeah, he's come to me many times, and he I'm trying to see if like a message. When he came to me, the first time when he came to me, when I saw him in my third eye, that's been, I don't know, that's probably been a few years ago. Mm-hmm. But I have spoke to him since. Was there a specific question you had?
Well, no, I was just asking because I know that it's a preparation across the globe, and with humans to, like you said, to be a way shower, and also, like you're just saying, to convey a message of love and light, and to basically improve on, I think, our human behavior and character. I just didn't know if there was some kind of direct message in general that you were given to say, kind of, not anonymously, but basically what they want to portray.
Oh, well, it's divine order, source, creation, unity, oneness, abundance, the universal law of one. That's the messages that he's speaking, that we're all speaking. I'm not just going to say with him, because we're all connected, But he is here to create the unity, to help us to create the unity, create the new earth, and assisting in the clearing of what no longer serves here with the divine order with spirit. So the message is, when I speak my messages, that's his message. I'm speaking, it's coming through me. So it's just the speaking of just being in your heart, being nice to yourself and others. It's just doing your best. I mean, he is not trying to. He's saying keep it simple. But the message is to not try to figure it out. Just trust that everything is unfolding perfectly, and stay in your heart is the message I just heard.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Would you like to share some light language?
Sure.
Mary Amy, do you want to explain to our listeners, for those that don't know what light language is, to just give them a little brief overview on light language?
I think, light language, and Jillie can share too, but light language is a way of expressing through different sounds and tones. It's a frequency, and you're I guess, doing it in a way of it's not speaking. It's different sounds, and so from what I understand, Jillie's hearing a frequency or connecting to a frequency, and then she's expressing it. Mm-hmm. Is that correct?
Yeah. It's expressed. It's the soul's language. It's keys and codes and information, and then it's expressed verbally, but the heart and the soul recognizes it. So it's not to be. You're not going to understand it with the mind. So it's more of a feeling, more of a just allowing and knowing that it's unfolding, that the information you're receiving is perfectly, you'll receive exactly what you're supposed to receive.
Yeah, and I think that's one good thing for anybody out there listening is understand when we're doing this work, we're going beyond the mental capacity of the mind. We're actually expanding into the heart space and the energetic heart chakra, and we're allowing that energy to tune in, and we're connecting on a soul-to-soul level, and that's what this is a soul-to-soul blend. So it's a little different than the mental aspect or some of the psychic aspects. It's like a soul-to-soul blend, but I just think it's important for everyone to kind of understand what that is, and I think we have a lot of people that are open and exploring, and just to kind of give them an overview so everyone's on the same page.
Yeah,
and
that's a great idea.
I just wanted to add, Jillie, that a simple way of explaining it would be when we go out to nature and you experience a waterfall or you see something that is breathtaking or it touches your heart. To me, when you do the light language, when you speak the light language, it's that kind of experience, and it is activating something, whether you realize it or not, internally in your spirit, your heart, your being.
Oh,
yes,
I love that. That's a great
thank
description.
you, Mary Amy. Yeah, that's beautiful. And it's like we're expanding our mind. We're expanding beyond the beliefs that we've been told or beliefs we hold, and it's like we're just letting that go. And what each person's going to experience is going to be unique and perfect and beautiful for the person. So, yes, the beautiful waterfall, the trees, maybe some will see dolphins, mermaids, some will just see beautiful visions, maybe some will just feel, but you will feel the spirit, you will feel love, you'll feel the unconditional love, Christ consciousness, a heart opening. And what I want to do is I would like to do a clearing before I start it, and then just do bring everybody into the 0 point and then start the message. Is that good?
Excellent.
Excellent.
Yeah,
Excellent.
Okay.
We both at the same time.
I know we're already in a good energy, but I just meant like everybody, like the listeners and everybody in. So what I'm going to do is call in the legions of angels of the highest light, highest frequencies to clear my field, to clear this podcast, all the listeners, this beautiful planet, all timelines, all parallel realities, and all dimensions, clearing the space. Bringing in spirits, archangels, and the masters, beautiful beings of light of the highest frequencies. Okay, and bringing everybody in to this beautiful energy, into the 0 point. Come on in. Just be in this moment. No other moment exists. This is activating. Feel the energy coming down your spine. Feel your heart opening. Feel your energy expanding. Beyond words, beyond what you've known, just allow and receive. Just putting some figure eights. Bringing in abundance. Just creating this ball of light, this beautiful ball of light, and we're creating it. And we're just creating it, and we're just going to put it out to the field. Just raising the frequencies. Feeling your vibration raising. Creating this now, this prayer mat, and we're spinning it. Activating. Connecting to this beautiful gold pyramid. Feeling the frequencies, feeling the activation. Playing it out into the field. Just taking some deep breaths and just breathe out. And just be in this moment. Just be. Just feel your body. Feel how it feels just to be in this moment. Just sending you all so much love and light. Blessings. Thank you. Yes, that's light language. And
extraordinary. That was extraordinary for me.
That I have not done that. That was a different kind that I haven't done that with the pyramid or certain things I don't remember exactly the details, but that was brand new. That's the latest and greatest, like the latest multidimensional highest frequencies that are available that are coming in on this planet. And that's the thing. We're not here to figure out how to be more psychic or be more this, be more that. It's already within, and the more that we just show up in our truest essence of our best self, of our highest self in that moment, that's enough. That's plenty. I am that I am, and that is enough. I am that I am, and that's perfect. I am that I am, and that is perfect. So that's what I'm saying. It's like we're all, not all, like collectively all trying to figure, it's like just be, and the information will come to you. Be that magnet of miracles. Be that magnet for change. Be that magnet. You are the attractor to, you're attracting everything to you. You're being that open channel of divine wisdom and truth, that portal, that antenna where spirit, the angels, the beautiful higher frequencies can come through you and work with you. And so that's all we're asked to do is just allow and be in each moment and do the very best we can. And there's many beings here, there's many angels, but it's not so important of the names, it's the frequency. It's the frequencies. And so different beings will come in at different times, but it's all of the highest good, because we are all God's sovereign beings of light here to be of service and to shine our light and help others to see those that are ready. And those that are ready will come in. They will come. And those that are not, they will when they're ready. You know, it's all divinely orchestrated. There are no problems. It's all unfolding perfectly. And that's the thing. We're just allowing it to unfold organically, authentically, and from the heart, and allowing this moment to be okay and to be perfect just as it is. And time doesn't exist because we're non-linear, so it feels like we've been on this call for like hours. I mean, it's because we shifted to another timeline. You know, I mean, it feels like our day. It feels like, because we're in a completely another timeline now. We're in another version of ourselves right now. We're not who we were when we started the call. So, and we're not our same person every day. Every day, we don't physically die every day, but we energetically die to old aspects and old versions of ourselves every day. And so in every moment, that's why we get to choose something different, because it's like, okay, we can shift in every moment. If something's not working, okay, then start over. You can start over the same day, but, you know, start over the next day. Get up and say, oh, this is a new day. I'm going to create. What can I create today? What changes? How can I be of service? Doesn't mean you have to go out and help everybody in the world, and you are helping everybody in the world when you help yourself. When you work, we're not broken. There's nothing to work on, but it's like it is work to like deliberately choose and get up and make those choices. It's effortlessly, but you do have to make a little bit of effort to make those changes. If nothing changes, nothing changes. You have to make those changes. And you're like, I've done this for years. Okay, my parents or somebody else did that. That's okay. That's a belief. That's a story. That's something you've bought into. So you can change that. Do you want to keep that belief going, or do you want to tell a new story? You can do that. And so that's what I'm speaking to the listeners. It's like you can make that change in any moment. You just have to believe it. And you can be, do, and have anything you want. You just have to really believe it. And when I'm saying, like, change, it's like just, like, get up and say, instead of saying, oh, gosh, another day, oh, thank you for this day. I'm breathing. Thank you for this day. I have a show. I'm in a warm house because it's very cold outside. It's like 20 degrees outside. So thank you, God, thank you, universe, the universe, spirit, that I'm taken care of. I have this house, I have clothes, I have food, I have everything I need, and everything I need comes to me when I need it. So have that belief, because we all have our own truths. So two people could have a truth. One could be over here like, why is this happening? And the other person could be right beside of them saying, oh, this is such an amazing life. Two different realities, two different versions of Earth happening. So it's just it's a perception. If you want to be in that higher realm and be happy and to feel better, start making those choices and changing your beliefs and telling a new story. And it's possible. If I've done it, I have done it. I mean, I'm still learning and growing as well as everyone, but I'm consciously choosing every day, getting up, being positive, and I'm this 24/7. I'm not just this right here on the podcast or when somebody sees me in public. I'm like this constantly. I'm constantly living this way. And that's what I want to mention. It's like I don't just wake up and just am like this. Every day I'm making choices. And I'm going to do a video, too, on what practice, like I did mention it, but like a video also showing of what I do. And I'm also working, I waited till the Pluto transition to happen on November 19th to publish my next upcoming retreat. It's coming up, and it's going to be released soon, so stay tuned for the details for that. And also I've got a workshop coming up, too, for people. So that's details coming up as well.
Would you like to take a caller?
Sure, absolutely.
Okay. So we're going to, because some of these people have been holding for the whole show, and I know that they're waiting and they want to speak to you.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so we're going to bring, now I don't know if any of them are, I don't know if they're new. I just pull them onto the show. I don't even.
We have no idea who we're going to be talking to.
Exactly. That's what I do.
Okay. That's the best way to do it.
Blindly, I do this. This person's been holding the longest. There was about 3 or 4 more that were hanging on before, and I don't know. Sometimes they just snap off. Okay, so here we go.
Okay.
Hi, this is Mary, Michael, and our guest, Angelic Channeler, Jillie. Who's this?
Hi, my name's Christine.
Hi, Christine.
Hey, Christine.
Hi,
how you doing?
I'm hanging in there. I'm enjoying the show very much, and wanted to wish you all happy holidays.
Oh, thank you.
And I've absorbed everything that has been said, and I'm finding it fascinating. But my question is, I have been dealing with a very narcissistic bullying supervisor who likes to demean me and treats me almost as if, if you had a dog you didn't like, you would treat the dog better than she treats me. And I'd like some advice, some guidance on how to endure this. I've been enduring it for almost 5 years, and I have another 5 years to go before I retire.
Okay. What's your name?
Her name
Christine?
is... Oh, my name is Christine. Yes.
Christine, may I connect with you?
Certainly.
Okay. Currently some angels, the highest light, the clear me, Christine, connecting with you. Okay. Okay, first thing I'm hearing is you, on a higher level, you ask her to do that. She is playing out her role for you, and what that means is that you ask for this experience, to experience this with her. So what you can do is learn, not let this take your energy. Put your energy back into you and start focusing on what you're trying to create. So like you're wanting more you're wanting it to flow more, be more ease. You're wanting she's not going to change. What's going to change is you're going to change how you look at it, your perception. Do you see what I'm saying? Do you
yes,
see how
I do.
what's going? So what you want to do is, instead of looking at why is she doing this, me being the victim, you want to look at it. And if you want to stay there 5 years, you can. You don't have to. But if you're choosing to stay there for 5 more years, then your job would be to see that environment in a peaceful, loving way. See yourself in a peaceful, loving way, and fill your cup up and fill you up. And then when you go in there, it's not going to affect you as much. Does that make sense?
Yes,
so it's
it
like
does.
you want to focus on you instead of what she's doing to you, and that takes the power away from it. It takes the power, and then, but it's not about her at all. It's about you. So what you want to do is get up and start charging yourself up with your batteries and seeing, like, okay, I'm unconditional. So the universe is like, okay, you want more of this? Okay, here you go. Here's going to be more of that. Or you can be like, oh, I'm going to be happy today. I'm going to trust that I'm going to be unconditional no matter what happens today. I'm going to be unconditionally happy. I'm not saying that somebody should be like that to someone, but I'm just saying you're going to be that with yourself, and you're going to take that pause and be like, wait a minute, how would my higher self respond? How would a higher aspect of me respond? A higher aspect of you is looking at this as not a problem. This is an experience. So when she says that to you, just pause and just send her love, or just not respond at all. Just respond as little as you can. And just kind of play with that a little bit. Is that helpful?
That is extremely helpful. That is beautiful guidance. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. And I'm glad to assist you.
Thank you. It's been, yes, I understand what you're saying, and I have to change my perspective. And I know that this is a learning experience and that I'm going through this for a purpose. It's just, sometimes it depletes me, and I appreciate what you're saying.
Yeah, and that's the thing, because it's draining your energy. So when you could pull your energy back from it, because I know it's like, oh, well, the experience is still going to be there. It's just you're going to change. And I'm going to pull it out to a bigger picture of the planet. Nothing changes outside until we change inside. If we're looking for the change on the outside first, it's not going to change. So it's like you have to change inside first. So just be easy with yourself, and just practice that. And I'd be happy to assist you further if you feel guided. But I wish you all the best.
Thank you,
Christine. Can I add something?
Yes, you can.
Mary, I'm just going to add something. Okay, so I received. Is this okay, Jillie? If I add what I received?
Oh,
okay.
Absolutely. Yes.
So I heard immediately when you spoke. I see images. So, and then there's an interpretation. So I saw you in a leather sweater, which is one of those sweaters that you wear maybe if you're a cheerleader or if you are part of a team. And it was a representation of needing protection and comfort. And then I heard domination. And that, I sense, means you feel that there's some kind of control over you and trying to influence you. And then I saw and heard a barking dog, which is a warning about something during your waking life. I also saw a house, and then there was a path that circled around the house. So it's almost like what I'm receiving is that there's some kind of action that you're taking where there's a beginning and then you're circling around it. In other words, it's like you're methodically going through this situation and this relationship, and it's a sign that it's a pattern, an energetic pattern that you follow. So you take on people that do this, and you have it run its course. You don't necessarily have to let it go that way. You can stop it midway. And then I heard that the focus should be something to grow something, to take your focus away from this and shift the energetic pattern, like planting a flower or a plant, and then you engage with the plant or the flower, and you help it to grow. So you take a positive perspective. In other words, it's like a metaphor of you growing and the plant is growing, or it can be something like you can take on a pet, but more simply it could be a plant or a flower. So that's what I received, Christine.
That was very interesting. Thank you. Yes, beautiful. Very interesting. Thank you. I really appreciate that.
Sure, of course.
Thank you so much for calling in,
glad that you called in.
Really appreciate that.
And I hope you continue to listen to us, to Psychics. You can find us on the internet, and have a wonderful evening.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Christine.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
I disconnected the proper person. I was like, oh, no, don't disconnect Jillie.
You're not hanging up on all our callers, are you?
Okay, so I'm going to grab
I
someone.
understand.
Okay, we're going to grab someone else, and I know it's almost an hour, and we'll let you go after the hour because you were hanging on prior to coming on to the show. So here's someone else.
Okay.
Hi, this is Jillie, Mary, and Michael. Who's this?
Hi, thanks for taking my call. My name is Dion.
Hey, Dion, how are you?
Hi, Dion.
Hi.
Did you have a question for two psychics and Jillie tonight?
Well, tomorrow's my birthday, and so I was just wondering if you had any birthday messages. Not really a general, just kind of like maybe something I need to know or should know.
All right, so you just want us to connect to you on an energetic level and see what we sense around you.
That'd be great.
See what comes through. Excellent. Jillie, you want to take this one again?
Sure. Your name is Dion. Okay, do I have permission to connect with you?
Yes.
Okay. Create some angels, creating Dion, connecting with your energy. Okay. I heard as soon as you were saying that, it's your, like, whatever is ringing true for you, whatever you're passionate about, whatever's going to bring you the most excitement. It's like it doesn't have to look a certain way. What did you enjoy as a child? Like, is there something that really brought you joy when you were a child, or like one of your favorite things, or your favorite like cake, or like favorite place you like to go? It's like it doesn't have to look a certain way. It's whatever is going to ring true for you, and that's the message. It's like you're the creator. You get to pick it. Nobody else is going to pick it for you. You get to pick it. So that's your power. That's your power. It's your return, your Saturn return, which is your return back, your rebirth. It's your restart again on your birthday. It's your new beginning. So you create it. So you get to get up and create anything you want. It's your movie. This is your reality. So what brings you joy? What do you enjoy?
Myself.
Yeah, so love on you.
I really do. I like spending time with myself.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's what, and like just then do that and spend time with you, spend time in nature, or spend time with friends if you feel guided to, but it's all up to you.
I love
that.
Like
I'm seeing
Thank
like
you.
a cake. You're welcome, honey. I see like a cake and some balloons, and like you're the princess. You're a princess, and you're just celebrating. And it's like you get to create it, whatever you want.
Aw, thank you.
You're welcome. Have
Thank
that
you,
was
Jillie.
helpful. Okay.
Dion, can you say your name slowly one time for me? I'm going to connect to your energy.
Dion.
Okay, Dion. All right, so as I was connecting to your energetic field and your collective, I have the presence. I'm kind of going into kind of semi-mediumship mode here, so I'm just going to kind of open to your collective. And it was interesting. As I kept hearing your voice, I have older male energy coming in from Dad's side of the family. It comes to me in a certain way, and I always feel that energy coming to me on my right side. And it's interesting as I'm opening. So I just have to ask, older male energy around Dad's side, fathers in spirit. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Now, yeah. So that's definitely the energy I'm connecting to. I have to ask about either the name Lopez around him, around you, L, the significance to an L, but I'm also getting, I feel I'm getting the name like a Lopez, is like a last name or something significant that would sound like that. Is it? Can you take that piece of information?
So our last name starts with an L.
Okay, cool. So
Yep.
that's what okay. So that's definitely Dad kind of giving me a little bit. Now, is there something that, like, is there Lopez or Lo, something that would sound like that?
So his first wife is Lois.
Is she in spirit too?
She might be.
Okay, so let me just, interesting. So let me just sit with the L. So I definitely have Dad's energy. Let me just see where, what's unfolding around his energy. I would absolutely say, he wants to show his presence and his love, just his energetic souls. And, he wants that energy to come through. What's interesting is, I got a lot of, I don't know if this is cardiovascular heart. Like, I'm finding it was hard to breathe. I don't know if there was like a heart failure or cardiovascular issues around him, lungs. Are you familiar with in the passing, what he passed from?
Yeah, it said heart failure on his death certificate, but he also had Alzheimer's,
Okay. No, I'm definitely, that's exactly what he's showing me. He's showing me the energy around the heart, the cardiovascular deterioration. So just know he is good. I believe his energy wanted to come through just to assure you, he is in that divine realm of heaven. He's watching over you. He's also talking about 18, the number 18. Now, the 18th, this can also signify, I could be looking at January and August, the 1 and the 8. Is there significance to the 18th?
Oh, my God. My sister's birthday is January 18th.
There we go. Okay. So just understand, that's what, when we're connecting on a evidential level like this is what our loved ones want to do. They want to give pieces of evidence and information to let you know they're around. So I would definitely say, if you were feeling disconnected from Dad, or you were wondering, is Dad okay? Like, what's going on? This is absolutely a sign from him for you. And I would say, he's wishing you a happy birthday and just kind of supporting you and loving you on this birthday. And it's interesting because I don't know if he was kind of separated from you for a period of time, or he was out. Like, I don't know if he was distant or what the situation was, but I just feel like I want to talk about like a reconnection and him kind of reconnecting and like kind of supporting and being around you. So I don't know if towards the end he was separated from you or you weren't able to speak to him, but I feel like I have to talk about like a reconnection and he's around you and supporting you.
Yeah, my siblings kept me from my dad the 2 years before he passed away. It was like really hard for me. And okay. So that's very true.
Yeah, so that's what he's talking about. I mean, he's basically just imprinting this energy on me and showing me different things that had occurred kind of around the family. And even though you weren't there with him through that period of time, just know he's with you, and he knows, you were loving and wanted the best for him, and like they see everything and how it unfolded on the other side. So I could just, I want to honor his energy and his connection to you, and I just want to honor, that loving connection and just let you know he's okay and he's supporting you, and I would definitely say, he's here wishing you a happy birthday. So Dion, I really appreciate you calling in. I just, I have to honor Dad's energy and him. I would absolutely say one of the reasons why I think you've kind of been aligned with us tonight and you're calling in and listening, I think if you felt disconnected from Dad, or you felt like, hey, how can I reconnect, or how can I hear you? How can you give me guidance and insight? Just connect to his energy, just like I am. When you picture his face in your mind's eye, just try to, hear his voice, or just picture him and everything about him, and just allow his personality and that energy of his being and of his soul to just expand within you. And as you do that and you allow that energy to expand, that'll draw him in closer to you, and that'll help that energetic connection unfold in a more powerful way. So, if you felt disconnected, you're absolutely connected. And I would definitely say by you calling in and you connecting to our energy and us all kind of elevating our energy, you're definitely going to be more open and tuned in. So if you have felt disconnected, I would absolutely say, now is the time to really sit and connect and be present and look for those signs, look for those synchronicities, because Dad is definitely with you. And I think he brought through in that quick period of time a lot of validating evidence too, about him, the L around them, the January 18th. So just, know he's with you, and I want to leave you with that, with love and light. Thank you so much for calling in, Dion.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. That was beautiful. That was a beautiful birthday gift for me. Thank you so much.
Oh, happy birthday. Happy birthday from Two Psychics and Jillie. Appreciate you.
Yes, happy birthday. Thank you. Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome. That was beautiful.
Yeah, that was lovely.
We got some powerful energy going on. Woo! Yeah.
Well, the thing is,
this was good.
Yeah, it's like we elevate the energy. It's like let the messages. And it elevates everyone, brings everyone in. The messages, the love and light, and that was beautiful.
I think we have to think about getting you out here to the tri-state area, and we do a live event or something.
Yeah, I would love to. I'm expanding my my horizons with my doing expos. I'm going to be doing an expo in California. I would love to come up to New Jersey.
Right, we're going to get you out to the New York, New Jersey area. We're going to plan something good.
Absolutely. I just was in Florida. I haven't even mentioned the Florida. That was amazing. I was down there at the Zen Awakening Festival for nice. It was November the 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th. It was 4 days. 17th. It was absolutely amazing. And I would love to come further north. Absolutely.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Send me the information.
Absolutely. So what we got going on, Mary Amy? We're gonna let Jillie go.
Thank you so much, Jillie.
Absolutely. You're welcome.
We have one more person holding, but I know that you've been on so long. Do you want to share anything before you go, or share with the listeners your information, any specialties you have on your site that for your work?
Yeah. Well, I'm doing higher self-embodiment activations, which is helping people to embody more of their higher self, more embodiment, connecting with their higher self. I'm also going to be doing a conscious community gathering. We're helping people to channel and connect with their guides and connect with the angels. And I'm going to call in the ships, and we're going to have an interactive channeling. So that's in the works as well. I'm already doing that, but I'm not doing it in groups. But I'm going to also do it one-on-one. And then I've got the retreat coming up that I'm announcing after the Pluto's return, the transition that happened on the 19th. So I'm now announcing I have a retreat coming up. Information will be published soon. I've got workshops coming up. Information will be published soon. I am working with clients here in Lexington and also virtually. If you're interested in a session, you can message me. My information's on our page here on the Two Psychics blog page. Also, I'm JillieAngelicChanneler.com, and I'm on Facebook as Jillie Clark, and I'm also on Instagram as Jillie Angelic Channeler. I'm also on TikTok as Jillie Angelic Channeler. I'm also on Instagram Threads. These are some new platforms, and I have a YouTube channel, and soon I'm going to be doing more with that. So I'm just expanding more platforms to reach more people and to help people and to show them that, there is love and light within them, and helping them to remember and spreading the love and light and activating beautiful souls to their highest potential. Just like you beautiful souls here, Michael and Mary Amy are beautiful, beautiful souls, activating beautiful souls as well. And we're just all here co-creating and helping each other to remember we're not just this physical person walking around. We're much more. We're here to create something Jillie. Even more.
One thing I have to say,
too.
Jillie,
I love you, Michael. I love you both.
One thing that I thought was so cool. So now that we've hooked up on social media, and we've been Facebook friends now for couple weeks. I've noticed you've been at like a lot of the farmer markets, and you're very into like the holistic natural cooking, natural food.
Yeah.
And I just found that fascinating, so cool. And I don't know why I was so entertained by you making I think you were making I don't know, it was a taco or tortilla or something. I was like, you would be able to do a spiritual cooking show. I just had to mention that because it came, as I was watching you do that video, I'm like, I have to tell her when she's on the radio to do a spiritual cooking show or something about like the spirituality and the essence of like the foods and natural foods. And it's just something that came to me, and it just, I thought it was so cool, and I thought it was so cool kind of experiencing your farmer markets, just because I have some of that here, and I just find it fascinating, and trying to shop local produce, trying to eat clean, and all that. And I thought it was a real cool vibe, and I was like, wow, I have to share with her spiritual cooking.
Thank you. Well, the cooking video I did with the tacos was complete spontaneity. My higher self, another higher aspect, kicked in and said, "You're going to do a cooking video now." I'm like, okay.
That was great.
And it was so much fun. And I'm like, sure. I didn't even think about it. You know how when you're like, I'm going to do a video, I'm thinking about everything I do is spontaneity, spirit, the angels, God. It's like in the moment. And when I see beauty in others, I share it. And like I went to the car wash. I went to a client in Evanston, which is I drove to his house, beautiful. He's a beautiful dear friend of mine, did a session, beautiful. Saw this car wash with all these magical colors, and I did a video driving through it. It felt so activating for me, so I was like, somebody else may feel that excitement that I'm feeling. And then I went to the farmer's market up the road. He's like, there's Davis Produce up the road. I'm like, yeah, I love those places. So I did it. As I said, do you need help? I'm like, no, I'm just going to do a social media post. I'm going to help your business. I love helping other businesses and helping people. And so I've been really guided here lately to post a lot on social media. It's not just I'm putting it on there just to put it on there. I'm guided to put it on there because it's like what I'm being guided in that moment. I don't even question it, and I don't even think about it. It's just like spirit comes through, and it's like, okay, I'm putting it on there right now. And then like the cooking video, I'm going to do more of those and do more of the channeling online, do more videos. I'm just letting it unfold organically. That's what I'm being guided to do. So it's like I'm not thinking about it. I just know it will happen when it's perfect timing, perfectly orchestrated. That's with anything. That's everything.
Yeah, that's awesome. That is awesome, and that's a great place to be.
Thank you. And I do eat organically, but I do enjoy restaurant food too occasionally. And but I do mostly eat healthy. But I mean, if I'm craving a hamburger, I mean, I'm going to go have it. It's like my body is wanting that. And I was going to say something else, and it just went. But and it's like being in the flow, and it's like being okay in the unknown, because we are in the unknown. But the unknown is beautiful because we're creating it in each moment. So it's like, I don't know what's going on. It's like, well then, okay, just make that different choice. And I'm in the like flowing with whatever guidance in the unknown, and it's like that's all we're being asked to do. Like I did the video, I'm doing this, doing that. And it's like, people can do it too. And that's also a way to ripple out the messages and ripple out more of these frequencies and reach more people. Like on these podcasts, I want to do more of these. I'm calling in more podcasts, more shows, more to reach more people. That's why I'm on so many platforms, is to reach as many people. And it's like, oh, okay, I can start, like, it's like I've talked to some with the different platforms or Facebook or TikTok, but it's like it can be beneficial if it's used in a conscious, beneficial way. If anything can be, it's whatever the person's belief is, but I believe, my belief is all of those avenues are beneficial because they are benefiting. And if someone doesn't understand, that's okay. We're not here to make everyone believe or understand. When we're standing out in our own unique expression, speaking from our heart, from our soul's authentic expression, it doesn't matter if someone else understands. Those that are supposed to understand will understand, and those others will find other people that will understand them. And so we're elevating. It's an exciting time right now. It's a very exciting time.
Julie, I would like to share with our listeners that this version of you is on steroids compared to the way you were before. It's like what I sense is, yes, I know this because I've spoken to you many times, and your personality is very grounded in truly who you are. There was something that was blocking you. I know that now because it was like you were on the other side of a veil and you lifted the veil, like you lifted your own veil, whatever you did. Mm-hmm. And I know that in the past when you did light language, I've spoken to you, so I know there's a humongous difference. And when you did that exercise and you did the light language and you brought us all in, I felt it, like I physically felt it, and you're not here in my presence. And that's how much of a capacity that you have for activation. I saw, and I vividly saw angels above me. I saw 3 right to my left, and then there was gold involved with them. There was like, and it was weird because I saw gold, and then you mentioned the word gold, but you weren't saying gold. It was like they were either on, there was, I saw them, and there was, gosh, I'm trying to look right now and see if I can go back to it. But either they were holding on to something that was gold, or the energy around them was gold, but there was a lot of gold. And so that was amazing, and I'm so grateful that you joined us and you hung on until we could all come together. And I know I'll be speaking to you much more for ever, eternity. And you're so special. No, because I've met a lot of healing people, and you're very special, and you have a pure heart. And thank you so much for coming on tonight on the episode 36 and sharing your experiences. And I stand by anyone out there. If you are ready for change and to find your true path, contact Jillie.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for being here. It was a pleasure having you on Two Psychics tonight. And anyone out there that would like any information on Jillie, it's JillieAngelicChanneler.com. And we would love to have you here on the East Coast with us to do something live. I think that's what Amy and I have on the back burner right now. We do. We're plotting and planning a lot for 25. So be aware, we're probably going to drag you out somewhere on the East Coast here with us to do an event.
I will happily be there. Thank you so much, Mary Amy, for all your kind words. I love you so much.
Love you.
And thank you so much, Michael. I love you as well, Michael. And thank you both so much. And I will be honored and happy to come to New Jersey, New York, up that way. Absolutely.
I love it, love it, love it.
I will be there. Let me know. Yes, divine timing. Absolutely.
Okay, happy holidays. So happy holidays, and we'll be speaking soon.
Take care. Have a great holiday.
Happy holidays. Yes, thank you. Happy holidays to you both. Thank you.
Bye, Jillie. Love you.
Bye. I love you. Thank you. Bye.
Okay, Michael, that was amazing. I'm gonna sleep really well tonight. I'm not kidding. That was powerful. I'm gonna listen to that over and over again.
Well, what's funny is I'll just give you an example. We early on in the show we were talking about, as we do this work we get warm and hot flashes. So I actually had to take off my sweatshirt. I was like, ooh, I always started getting really warm going into kind of that higher vibrating mediumship energy. And I felt it unfolding. Now it's kind of turning the knob down a tiny bit. We'll turn it back up a little bit for the last caller we're going to take. But
we have
it's
someone
funny that,
holding. Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
Because we have 15 more minutes left in the show, and everyone before we bring them on, because we'll probably be cut off. I'm going to remind you again that Michael's site is eyeofthespirit.com. Mine is MaryAmyOfficial.com, and I have books available, a dream journal, a children's book, and a spiritual guide. Okay, here we go. Let's bring this person on. Hi, who's this? Is Mary and Michael.
Oh, my gosh, I'm so thankful. This is Michelle from Florida.
Hi, Michelle.
Hey, Michelle,
how are
what's
you?
going on?
Oh, all right. Just kind of lonely, I was hoping I'd have somebody for the holidays, and I haven't found a boyfriend yet. I mean, there's been prospects, but one is just a player, and the other one, I don't know what happened. He just stopped talking to me, and I don't know. I think it was intervine dimension because he was far away. Maybe it was not meant to be, and I just wonder why he quit talking to me. I asked him to call me on the phone instead of text messaging because it's really not good communication over text. You know what I mean? I wanted to talk to him, and I know him, because where my boat used to be. But anyway, so I just wonder what you see on love, or how I'm going to meet them, or what they look like, or what do they do for a living? I don't know. Just whatever you find out, whatever you see.
So this is what we'll do, Michelle. We're going to connect on an energetic level, and we'll open up to your collective, your energy collective, and we'll see what information comes to us. So what I'd like you to do is if you can just say your name one time slowly for me, and I'm going to connect to your energy.
Okay, it's Michelle.
Okay, Michelle.
And I hope you connect with me because sometimes they connect with my daughter who's born on my birthday.
No, that's fine. So we'll So what's interesting? I'm just gonna basically just open to your energetic field. I'm gonna start just pulling information that's coming to me around you. So what's really interesting is initially, and I'm hearing this as a full name. I'm not just getting this as an initial. So I have to talk about like a Thomas, Tommy, the Tom, like that T name. What does that name mean to you? Is that name significant? Someone around you in spirit, or is that someone you're interacting with?
Yeah, he was not my grandfather, but I claimed him as my grandfather, and he really helped me as somebody that I started taking care of when I moved here, and he passed on, and it broke my heart.
Okay, and that's
because
Thomas?
I think, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So that's the first energy that I feel around you. What's interesting?
Wow.
So I just have to honor Thomas. I have to honor his connection to you. Let me just see. What's interesting? I mean, there's quite a bit of spirit around you. I'm definitely like as I connect more and more to your energy, I have more people stepping in. There's also So your collective. It's interesting because I'm kind of they're I guess they know we have a short period of time and they're just trying to really throw a lot of information at me. But I'm hearing Franklin, like I'm getting. I don't know if they're giving me a street name or a place. Franklin is Frank or Frank. Is there? They're either giving me the name Frank or talking about like a road or a place Franklin.
I live in Franklin County.
Oh, there you go. All right. Oh, wow. How funny is that? You live in Franklin County. All right. So Thomas, so I would definitely say Tom, I'm connecting to Thomas's energy still, and he's definitely giving me the Franklin. So he's giving me a
He lived
real,
in Franklin. He lived in Franklin County.
Yeah. Okay. So he's just giving me a valid piece of evidence that there's no way for me to know to kind of validate he's around you and honoring his connection to you. Let me just see where else there. So I'm also, so now a couple other things. I'm not sure why I'm seeing this in your energy field or if it's connected to him, but there's something to do with St. Augustine. I don't know if you're going to be going there. There's going to be a connection there. I almost feel like he's giving me this piece of information of something that hasn't unfolded yet. So just be aware of St. Augustine and also be aware of going, like Southern Florida, or the west coast of Florida, west southern coast. So there's something that's also pulling me down to Florida. Now I have to ask: is there something with St. Augustine or August? Is there something? Will you go into that place, or was there someone that was like devout to St. Augustine, or like a Catholic connection? I'm not sure why they're showing me that. Can you take?
I don't know. I don't know anybody there.
Okay.
Now I did just meet a fella, but he helped me on my boat, fix some things on it, and but I'm not attracted to him, and he really likes me, and I do not like him. I'm not attracted to him at all. But I think his sons are close to there, maybe. I think.
So, all right. Well, they're bringing my awareness to a connection on like either southern or southwest Florida. So just be aware of that. I feel I'm getting that piece of information as something that's positive, a positive connection for you. So just be aware of some. Now, it may not be that person, but maybe through that person that likes you, maybe you're in a new social interaction, a new environment, a new place, a new hangout, and you may meet someone else or some new experience that puts you in connection with a new person that's tied, as that person being like a link that links you to a new connection. But be aware of that southern, southwest Florida connection. They're also, I'm being pulled to April. So I'm being pulled to the second quarter of 2025 and April. Is there significance of a death, a birth, an anniversary in April that your collective or Thomas would be giving me? Now, it doesn't have to be connected to Thomas. He could just be giving me a piece of information for you, but I'm getting this from your collective. I'm getting the month of April.
Me and my ex, our anniversary was in April.
Okay. All right. So there's that energy cycle. I want you to be aware of that energy cycle because they're bringing my attention to it. So just understand, so this was your ex. All right, so there's some connection to that April. So there could be, what I feel when they give me a month like that, they're talking about a new energetic cycle opening up, new possibilities, new connections. So what I would start thinking about were the pros and cons to your ex. What did you like about him? What didn't you like about him? You might want to maybe scrutinize that relationship a little bit, or maybe how that relationship affected you. What were the pros? What were the cons? What would you have done differently? Because I feel like they're showing me that month and something connecting you to that relationship that if you look at that in some type of introspective way, I feel like it's going to give you insight and guidance on moving forward in the most possible positive way in a new relationship. So I just want to be aware of that April month, but be aware of that significant relationship and the energy around that relationship tied into April. But but Michelle, I have to say, like Thomas's overwhelming energy, there's so much like thankfulness and gratefulness for you. I would definitely say, I just have to acknowledge him as being like a guide around you. So I would definitely kind of tap into his energy if you're looking for insight and guidance. For me to connect to him so strongly through you, he's connected to you in a very powerful way. So he may be able to give you some kind of sign.
He was my angel. He really was.
Yeah, well, he still is. He still is. And that's why he's given me such validating, overwhelming evidence around him being connected to you. So now I want to leave you with that connection with love and light, and I want to see, Mary Amy, what are you getting?
Hi, Michelle. Okay, So
Hey.
before you even spoke about the love interest aspect, I saw a man in a tux at a party. And so I interpreted that as to maybe a New Year's party. And that represents to be prepared for something and celebration. I also saw a gift, earrings, which represents good luck. There's an obstacle that you must let go of from past heartbreak for this person to enter into your life. Because your vibration has to attract them, so you have to change your energetic pattern. And what I'm trying to say is that there's somebody for you, and there's a heartbreak that you have to let go from another relationship. It's not necessarily a male, a romance relationship. It could be a relationship that was from a family friend, something that you had heartbreak from that's blocking your heart from allowing love in.
Well, I was heartbroken over my ex because I'm the one that left him, but it was he didn't want to give up the drugs,
Okay, and that April connection.
So he went back to his ex. He said, I gave up on him. And I'm like, no. I told him, I said, you know what? I didn't give up. I said, it's the third time. And I says, I don't even know how to explain it, but I didn't give up. I broke it off so he would go get help. And he needed to hit rock bottom, and he didn't want to do it. I think he got the easy way out and just went back to his ex because she'll probably put up with it. I don't know.
Well, you
but anyways, it was a heartbreak.
Yeah, you definitely dodged a major catastrophe for you, I think, in that. And I think your collective to show me April, they're definitely signifying that as a major transition that you went through. And that's what I would definitely say. I would definitely have to honor your decision. And as hard as that was, stepping away from that relationship, you absolutely made the right decision. That was something that could have been very bad.
What's really weird that you bring up April? What's really weird that you brought up April? That was our anniversary in April, and it was also we broke up in April too.
Okay,
so this April will be a year.
Yeah, so they're honoring. Okay, so that's why I'm connecting to that month so strongly around you. So just be aware. You made the right decision. So just understand, if you're going into a new relationship, I think you know the red flags to look for. And I think that's what Spirit's guiding us to share with you is kind of keep those things in mind and utilize your intuition, utilize your psychic abilities to give you that insight and guidance into that next relationship, into that new relationship. If something's telling you it's not right or this person has some really bad unresolved issues, just know you made the right decision. I can tell you 100% you made the right decision stepping away from that relationship. And I guarantee that's going to give you new insight and guidance so you can move forward in the best possible way in this new relationship that's going to open and present itself to you. I absolutely think you're going to find that relationship. But what I think, sometimes when we're looking so hard and we're trying to find that, we're trying to find that special thing, whatever it is, and we put so much emphasis on it, sometimes we're not present.
Right.
And a lot of this episode 36 with Jillie and Mary Amy and myself, we've been talking about being present. And that's really where that magical connection to the divine happens. And that's what I would say to you. Just be really present and connect on that deep intuitive level to read the signs, in any interaction that someone you're dealing with. And I think that's gonna be the best way for you to move forward. So what do you think, Mary Amy?
Yes, I agree, and I do believe that you have the power within you to make this shift, because otherwise Michael and I would not have sensed this. So just open your heart, release and surrender to whatever was in the past, and let's move forward. And in this moment, visualize exactly what you would like in a relationship, how you would like it to be. And it doesn't have to be someone's face. It can be gestures that they make towards you. Maybe it's with your hand, hugging you. So thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Thank you so much, Michelle. Really appreciate you calling in.
Be well. Bye-bye.
Thank
you. Take care. Have a great holiday.
Okay, Michael, this was lovely. We are going to figure out when and the last and final episode is, and then we're going to start new in January.
Yes, we will be making those announcements, so everyone just follow our social media, eyeofthespirits.com, Eye of the Spirits with Michael Edley, 2 Psychics, Mary Amy Official, just any of our social media, we'll have all that information there.
Have a happy week and be well, sending you love and light, and you can watch all of our episodes or listen to all of our episodes on Spotify, iTunes, and Blog Talk Radio. Be well.
Thank you so much. We'll talk to you soon. Have a good night.